Sloppy breakdowns, where knowledge grows. Entertaining us all as the excitement flows. From films to wrestling, he's the pro.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to you all. Happy March 1st, folks. We've been getting hammered by the snow. Hopefully, with March being here, we're kind of past that. Hopefully. We got 15 inches or whatever last week, so, that was tragic. But brighter days are ahead. Hopefully. But yes, we are here on another stream, on another episode, and happy March. And we have a very important guest on. He's been here plenty of times, so please welcome him back with open arms. The one, the only, Michael Gabriel. How we doing today, sir?
Just out here clocking it. But no, Bobby, I'm great. Just out here. The sun is shining here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and no snow is on the ground. And yeah, we're living life. And so this nice Sunday morning, I can't complain.
Yeah, we got about mountains of snow out there still. Unfortunately, that's not going to go away for a little while, but we do have some comments, and I'm going to take a wild guess this one is directed totally at me.
The comments rolling in already.
Nate Smythe said, "Ew, you ugly." I'm going to take a wild guess that one's at me. But it was funny. It was funny, like, as I brought you in, that comment came in. So it was like pretty bad timing there, Nate.
I guess I'm not everyone's, cup of tea, so
if he's still here, he will confirm. He's like, no, that was for Bobby. And Ryan says, "I see the light."
Yes, sir, Ryan.
Nate already commented back. It was that other dude is hot. Well,
Bobby's got that face a mother only can love. So
I got a face for radio. Yeah.
Yeah, face. Yes, you do. Yeah, you look so good on the radio.
Yeah, yeah. And people don't want to hear me either, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah, you just have to be turning the buttons on the radio.
I got that go away heat.
Please retire.
Yeah, right. So, Mr. Gabriel, it's been a few months since I had you on the channel, I believe. I don't remember the last time I had you on.
Yeah, it was good. It was a couple months ago.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was the same thing with Shoop. Life got crazy for me late last year, so it's just like but we're back now, so that's good at least. Yeah. So my boy is killing it down in I can't remember what part of Tennessee. You said Knoxville, right?
Yeah, that's the east part.
Okay. That's what I was
the one.
I can't remember.
The one that needs the most prayer in the wrestling scene.
Yeah, well. And then he got a second job as a security guard on TNA Wrestling, so that was interesting to see.
Yes, I did. I sure did.
How did that come about, if you can share those details?
You know what? Who gives a shit? I'll tell it. So
I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, we were. Because it's already aired. It's out there. Basically, we were backstage. We got a couple of us got picked for the security spot. I was actually supposed to have two that night, but this one that I was in, with the women's match, actually, it was just going to be kind of like just something simple, but like probably the match before, probably let's just be like 10 minutes before we were going to go out there, that spot got added to that thing, and they were kind of like, someone is going to needs to take a bump on the stage, and my mind was kind of like, that'll look good. That'll be kind of fun. And then all of a sudden, Tommy Dreamer walks up to me and goes, "You gonna take the bump, kid?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I will." Because who am I to sit
Yeah,
there
who
and
are
tell
you?
Tommy Dreamer, the ECW hardcore legend, who would get caned in the face, and I mean, the list goes on to be like, no, I can't do a bump on stage. Oh, so I I went out there. I never, for a security spot, I've never had to, do little push-ups and kind of psych myself up because most of the time it's just, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, bro, get to the
yeah,
back, get to the back. But
of course.
took it like a champ. I was just making sure I did not accidentally crack my head and took that on the Pinnacle stage in Nashville. Um, I've left my mark there. In even people in the arena were like, after the show, came up to me randomly and were like, "Dude, that was brutal." Should have been selling it. I should have been like, "Oh, my neck. I need to go to my doctor." But uh, it was all like that whole thing just came like that. So we were back there just kind of waiting, but then I got taken out of the main event one because yeah, I just took a bump on stage. I was, it wouldn't make sense for me to come back in like 20 minutes and be all like, oh yeah, whatever. Uh, so, but yeah, that was a fun time. That was in Nashville, so that's like the shortest distance I've had to drive or fly to TNA. So I was very thankful that it was only 3 hours away.
Yeah. And honestly, being a security guard in TNA has to be better than being a security guard in WWE because WWE currently has all these masked men running around. We don't know who they are. Well, we know who one of them is now, but two of them I don't think we'll ever see again. Then you got dudes coming out of coffins. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I was about to say everybody popping out of boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
it's quite the scene over there up north.
yeah, I was wondering how him and those women survived in that box for like 2 weeks, but hey, I don't.
WWE pays for a lot of fancy shipping things way above our pay grade and
Yeah,
something we could
listen.
never afford.
And Ryan, if you're gonna put that in the comments, that's not. Oh my god. So I will say this before I put this comment up there. I haven't seen anything on this, so don't know why you would put that up there. I don't know if you could read that, Mike.
I did. Whoa, I did not know that. Does
I
that
don't.
is it,
I don't think it's real. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Ryan's just being an idiot. He says he's been cloned.
okay? I was just like, dang, we got
Ryan,
some breaking news on the Bobby's Breakdown podcast.
delete
We got
comment. Should I put the user in timeout? I feel like I
yes.
should.
I don't. That's a random one. But
Yeah,
it was it's so that's kind of so random that you got me a little bit. I would
yeah.
believe that it might have been real because
I mean, how old is he?
yeah,
64. I'm looking at it right now. He just hit 64 last month. Yeah, he looks different. That doesn't mean he's dead. Um, but yeah, going back, masked men running around, dudes popping out of caskets with women dancing. Yeah, it's just a strange time in WWE to say the least.
strange. It's a strange time in wrestling as a whole.
And before we get into that more thoroughly, happy late birthday, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
30,
it was
32 has never looked so good.
31.
Okay.
31.
I just
God,
threw a
Bobby.
random number out there. I just wanted to make you feel old.
Well, thanks, pal. You did. I've
Of course.
already. I need to go ahead and get my affairs in order. I'll be right back. You know.
Listen, my age will begin with a 3 in about 11 days. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah, when you hit
Right there
30,
with you.
you're just like, oh my God, I need life insurance. I need to get shit figured out. Like it's a
Oh, no.
lot.
Yeah. Trust me, I've been broken in on being 30. Questionable injuries. Just doing whatever.
Yeah, it's always something random or
Yeah.
not expected.
Like at work
Even
the one day. Like at work the one day, and then I pick up a bag of garbage, not heavy at all, just place it in the bin, and I'm like, oh, what? Like, I'm and I'm in pain. I'm like, what
Yeah,
is
that's
this?
yeah. Even like Friday, we had a show here in it was Clinton, Tennessee, so it was like 30 minutes from my house, and then uh, I, Saturday morning I woke up and got out of bed and I felt my right knee kind of being like, it feels a little tight, but I got up and I was like limping, and I was like, oh, geez, this is gonna suck, but hopefully didn't because I had a show last night, but thankfully nothing was wrong. But it was just you get
It's
random
yep.
weird injuries, but partially when you're wrestling too, so they always kind
Yeah.
of pop up.
Well, see, you have a legit excuse. I'm just a mess.
Let's we
Like,
just
go ahead.
get in the gym, but just get in the gym, Bobby. Just start
Yeah, I do.
getting the yeah. I was about to say get those, Bobby. You look like those guys that do the 400 pounds like bench press for no reason,
I wish I
just to
could. I wish.
just to do it. Be like, oh, PR. Oh, I wonder why my shoulders have popped out of my socket.
But dude, the day I messed up my shoulder, we have a trainer at my job. It's for like the kids. So I'm like, I need you to check out my shoulder. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what did you do? And I told her, like with the bag of garbage. She's like, you're kidding me, right? I'm like, don't you think I would have made up a more awesome story about how I got injured? Like,
Yeah,
and she goes, good point. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
tore your rotator cuff throwing out the trash.
I was like, don't you think I would have been like, yeah, I was fighting this dude and I saved this woman and I threw out my shoulder. Not me placing a 5 pound bag of garbage into the trash.
Yeah, yeah.
And she
Oh,
was like, all right, fair point. I'll be there in 5. Like, dude.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's sometimes it's just yeah,
And
it's just
then,
like
yeah,
that.
then I injured this the other day. Couldn't tell you what I did. I don't know. It's just like,
Shit happens. What can I
get,
say?
getting old. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So last night, February 28th, we had the Elimination Chamber. And, I watched 95% of it, I'd say. I got home a little late for the Women's Chamber. I'm going to say this now. This might be a hot take. I'm very upset with the Women's Royal Rumble winner. I'm very upset with the Women's Elimination Chamber winner.
Why is that, Bobby?
Ah, I'm a Tiffany Stratton guy.
You look like a Tiffany Stratton guy.
Listen, I met her. She was really cool. And last year at WrestleMania, she did the Jack Hughes before it was cool. And the respect level went up that day at WrestleMania. I was like, I wanted her to win again and go get the title at Mania. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
Who ended up
fortunately
who
it's
went
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley? Oh, okay. Well, Rhea, you can't go
That's
wrong with Rhea.
I know Stratton was the final two, so I was like, but like, what's Stratton gonna do at Mania now? It's like
No,
I
I
don't
could
know.
see. I mean, yeah, they'll figure something out. I mean, they always got to kind of keep some people going. Not you can't be at the top the whole time.
Yeah,
You got to
unless you're
go
Cody Rhodes.
down to come to get the go back up, and that's a whole story in itself. So
Yeah, unless you're Cody Rhodes. Uh,
yeah, he's gonna. It's funny because I didn't get to watch any of it last night. I was actually booked at a show, but I
good.
just I would randomly see stuff pop up on like my Facebook feed from people or suggested accounts talking about it. So um, I have to. So let me ask you this because I feel weird now. I'm interviewing you, Bobby, about the
All good.
Elimination Chamber.
I'm an
Who?
I'm an open book on the besides the questions I don't want to answer. So yeah.
Well, how did AJ Lee win the Intercontinental title?
So it was weird. I swear I picked her to win. Officially, I did pick her to win, but then it kept going. Like the ref got knocked out twice, and I was like, usually when that happens, that leads to a heel victory. But no, The ref got knocked out twice. AJ Lee did the what's her finishing submission? I don't know the name.
I can't remember. I remember she used to do like a, I thought it was like a code red thing, but no, I can't remember the submission she does.
She's on
But
like her back and she's like stretching her out.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the crucifix style. I don't know the name
Yeah,
of it, but I know what
yeah.
you're talking about. Yep.
I don't know the name either, but she made Becky tap out to that. Now, my theory was AJ was going to win, and obviously Punk was going to retain. They were going to have a moment like in Chicago with each other, hugging, holding up the belts because they won't get a chance to do it at WrestleMania. Because I
Oh
think
yeah.
Mr. Roman Reigns is taking that title from Punk, but that's
Probably,
just
yeah.
me. Yeah,
I would think so, because even though
yeah.
it's like, it's weird because Punk is and Roman are probably close-ish to age, but I feel like Roman looks the more
Oh yeah.
younger version. So,
I
um,
want to say Punk is mid 40s off the top, 45, 46 off the top of my head. All right.
yeah.
He's 47. Okay. I want to say Roman Reigns is like 42. Let's see. Oh, he's
Well, he
40 on
looks
the
like a
dot.
young, yeah, he's a young 42 something guy. So,
He'll be 41 in May. So, okay. So, but he'll still be 40 at the time WrestleMania rolls around. Okay. Um, yeah. And then
how,
we
wait,
had.
so still, I'm still kind of confused. So, how did she win? Who
Okay,
had,
so
wait,
like, yeah, I'm trying to remember truthfully.
because I was about to say, who had the belt?
Becky had the belt going in. So AJ Lee is the new women's intercontinental champion.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the refs got knocked out, but like
Who
Becky
did
tried to
Becky Lynch
cheat.
beat? Which guy did she beat for the belt?
No, no, they have a women's intercontinental title now.
Oh, okay. I got you for some. Okay. Now that clears a lot up. Because I was last night looking and thinking, like, did AJ Lee win the Intercontinental title,
Yeah,
the one
no, it's
Gunther
the
had
women's.
for like 600 days?
Becky
Okay.
beat Becky beat Gunther.
That's where I was like, that's where I was just really confused. I'm like, how did it get on a woman? But I forgot WWE has like a women's US, a women's
Yeah.
Intercontinental. I'm just like, everyone has a belt now. So
Becky beat Gunther in a game of rock paper scissors, and that was unfortunately how Gunther lost his IC title. And then and then Gunther said, "You know what? I'm gonna go retire John Cena and everyone else."
yeah, he's gonna yeah. I'll let Becky carry this thing. But okay,
Oh,
I got.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
glad
got
that
other things to do.
okay, that makes sense now. Okay, so you know what? That's good. I'm
That's
glad
actually
AJ
silly.
Lee and
Yeah.
CM Punk had their Chicago moment. So um,
Yeah.
and then also I saw you kind of hinted a little off camera, but I hear you're a raging Danhausen guy.
Oh
Um,
my
and
God.
you told me about how you were like waiting outside his house for an autograph, and you like painted your face like him, and named your pet rock Danhausen,
My pet rock.
and so I want to hear your thoughts, Bobby, on Danhausen making his return and how and did he didn't
No,
have
it's
a
not even a
match.
return. It's a debut.
Oh yeah, that's not return. Yeah, a debut, right? But like, because he didn't have a match, right? He just kind of
No,
showed up.
he walked out, did a lap, and then walked, and then the lights went out. And he disappeared.
Yeah, because he can't.
Like,
They had a big reveal of it, but I just what's crazy to me, I guess this is kind of a bigger inclination of just how like social media in general um, is that I remember he was so popular on the
in
internet, like the
AEW.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, that's how he got
Oh,
his
really?
AEW spot.
I didn't
People
know who he
were
was before AEW.
he got like yeah he was on the indies and he was doing the you're cursed gimmick and to me I kind of always liked I thought he was funny and
I don't.
like I
Teach your
think
own.
yeah it's one of those things I'm like it's different like
Mm.
it's I think he's trying to do something I don't know about his wrestling but I would personally love to wrestle Danhausen. I don't know how viable that would be
Well,
now, but there was time where that could have been. I even threw that out to some one promoter and it just didn't work out. So I would have loved to wrestle Danhausen, especially with the gimmick that I do. I'd be like,
that's
that'd be
true.
almost like a match made in heaven. But so yeah, but then the internet loved him for years, and they were like, "Where's Danhausen?" But now that I guess either came out that he was friends with CM Punk, or now
Oh,
he's
he
in WWE.
that's the reason he has a job right now because of his friendship with CM Punk.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and that's and but
Hey,
the internet acts like that's everybody. That's you
oh,
gotta
yeah.
yeah you gotta know somebody, and um and that's how you get in, because people want to make sure um you're heard out, and you're not some goof. So but at the same time, I want to hear your thoughts, Bobby, on Danhausen.
So I actually was in line at a Starbucks. I believe it was a Starbucks at least in Dallas just under 4 years ago now. And who was in front of me in line? Danhausen. I was at WrestleCon, so it wasn't completely random. he
Okay,
just
I was like, well, that is really random. But then, okay, if it's a
yeah. And he was
convention,
just there. So I'm like, all right, this dude's in front of me, like, and part of it I respect, but I was like, dude, come on. I'm like, so I'm like, hey man, what's up? How you doing, man? Really? Are we really gonna do this?
oh, he was like in gimmick in Starbucks.
Like growling at me, and I'm like, dude, you are in line for Starbucks. You can drop the gimmick for the time being.
That's so
Like,
funny. Did he
but
have
I
the
was like,
paint on?
oh, face paint and everything.
That's hilarious.
Imagine being the Starbucks worker. Can I get a? I'm sorry, a what?
That's actually,
Because
yeah, that's kind of funny.
he's just growling at me, and I'm like, all right, I get you're committing to the gimmick, but like, have a conversation. Like, you can use your words. Like, I know
Well,
you
that's
could speak.
yeah. Well, I remember I saw him at when WrestleMania, or not WrestleMania, when SummerSlam was in Nashville. This was about 3 or 4 years ago.
What
Uh,
year was that? 2022? 2021? No, 2021?
it might have been 22. That was
It was
22.
22. Vegas was 21. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was at they had it was Starcast or something. It was at the
Oh,
Nashville
yeah, yeah,
Fairgrounds. And
yeah.
I went there, because I had a friend that lived in town, and
Yeah.
so we all went to the wrestling convention, and yeah, Danhausen he's pretty cool. He was actually casually talking to some people, and
Oh, I
uh
guess I didn't get that treatment.
I know, well, I don't know, because if this was actually right before I started training with Dr. Tom. This was like 2 3 months probably before. So I was literally like, I kind of was. I think I'd asked him too or something. I was like, hey Danhausen, I'm actually about to start wrestling.
Maybe that's
Uh,
why.
what's like, yeah. So maybe he kind of just was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to the workers, but I don't know.
Yeah, like,
Some
let
people
me
are,
help this guy out. Yeah.
yeah, but Bobby Soydum doesn't like when wrestlers keep kayfabe. He's like,
Oh, no, no, no. Trust me.
and he's like, I don't like growling.
When I met MJF, I was begging for him to be in kayfabe. I really was. And this was around the time where he was with Adam Cole, so he was kind of leaning good. And I was like, oh, I really don't want that. So I'm about to get in line, and I'm like, I wonder if he's going to be a bad guy today. 5 seconds later, I hear him, next, get out. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, we're good. I'm like, I knew right away. And he was. Oh, some of the things he said, I cannot repeat on stream. Uh, he yelled at a crying baby. That was funny. That's how I became friends with one of my friends. It was his baby that was getting screamed at by MJF, and I was recording it. And he's like, can you send me that video? We've been friends since.
that's so that's commitment.
The
That
baby
is
started crying. He stands up while he's talking to somebody and just goes, "Not in here. Take it outside. Get out. Get out." And this baby's like 8 or 9 year old sister, whatever at the time, just flips him off. It's like what is this? And you can even tell he was taken back by it. He's like, "Hmm." Like he did house him. He like growled a little. Yeah. Listen, I love the kayfabe. I get it.
yeah.
But like, dude, you are in line for a Starbucks. You can have a 60-second conversation with me. Like
So
if I'm asking you how you're doing, just say good and keep it moving. I'm not
this
gonna.
sounds like Danhausen's like got your like this is like your evil origin story like
I don't get it. I really don't get it. I just like the one time I saw him wrestle, he tore his tricep. I'm like, what? Okay, like it was him and Cassidy. Now that's another guy, Orange Cassidy. I love that guy. Yeah, I when I met
but
him, he asked me what my name was, and I'm like, oh, it's Bobby, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm Orange Cassidy. I'm just like, all right, that's good. Like that's really good. Like
uh
like I don't know if you're a Marvel superhero kind of guy.
oh yeah, I think which movie? I feel like that was a reference from one of the
So
movies.
in I think it's Endgame or maybe it's Infinity War when he's talking to Groot, Captain America. He's like, I am Groot, and he's like, I am Steve Rogers. So it's just like I think that's where he got it from, but I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
Orange.
that yeah, I remember that part. Yep. Yep. Well, that's
It's
good.
so it's so funny. My brother and my mother, not wrestling fans at all. My brother used to watch it. Now he hates it. But both of them absolutely love Orange Cassidy. They think
He's
it's
something.
hysterical. They think the slow kicks, the running with the hands in the pockets, they're like, this is hysterical. They're like, this is like, how do you do this? And he's good. He's actually
Yeah.
legit good. Hmm.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got some talent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, because
he
for
can pull it
years,
off.
yeah, well, not for years, for months, I was just like, I guess this dude can't really wrestle. And then he fought Pac at Revolution 2020, I believe it was, right before the world shut down. And I was like, oh, this dude can actually like go. I'm like, he's good. Because they hid it from us, of course. It was like,
Yeah.
I still remember the first AEW show I went to. I was expecting to see him, and he never showed up. And I was like, ah. But then somebody explained why he didn't show up because he was with the best friends at the time, and they were bad guys.
Okay.
And Orange Cassidy was going to get a pop, of course. So they were like, yeah, we can't have you out there with them. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Because they even did a segment with it. They're like, you going to be with us in New Jersey? And Cassidy just goes, nah. And he walks off camera. It's like, all right, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
man. So, yeah, what else happened at the Chamber last night? Besides Danhausen. Uh,
Randy
Orton
Orton won,
won.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Randy. But, I don't know if you saw what match got made official for Friday.
No, I didn't actually yet. Enlighten me,
As a
sir.
as a as a man who is a massive Drew McIntyre fan, I'm worried that he is not going to be walking into WrestleMania as champion because it's Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the title on Friday.
Oh, wow.
I'm really afraid, and I'm putting this prediction out there right now, and I really, really hope I'm wrong. Jacob Fatu will cost Drew McIntyre. It will be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the belt at Mania, and Drew versus Fatu at Mania.
Okay.
I
I think you
really don't
do.
want it to happen, but it's Cody Rhodes. So, of course, they're going to put him in the spotlight. Because they're not going to do Drew versus Orton again. It's just not happening. Right. I'm
Yeah,
already
that's
upset thinking
I didn't
about it.
even see that they had announced that. So that's
So,
yeah, you could be right. It could be a title change. I feel that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do the Cody Orton one-on-one finally, and it's like, oh, at the expense of Drew McIntyre, of all my favorite current wrestler. It's like, come on, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, at least he got a legit title reign. Well, kind of legit. It's gonna last like 2 months. He won it in front of a crowd, but yeah, well, yeah, it was on the post game show or whatever. All this came out and started yelling, and then Drew started yelling, and then that's when it got made official.
Okay. Huh.
Security broke them up. Now, where was the security for the masked men? I don't know.
They
But,
were they had other things to tend to. There's a lot, there's a lot going on backstage. So,
yeah, of course, of course. So,
you've got all these big, strong men and women back there, tempers flare. So
yeah,
you're a little busy those nights.
of course, and everyone's got to get a dinner break. Maybe it
Yeah.
just happened. Maybe the masked
Got
men
got to
knew when
eat.
they
Yeah,
were
you got to
going.
eat some catering and such. So
Maybe the masked man knew when they were going on dinner break, and that's when he orchestrated his plan. Well,
yeah,
one of the two masked men of last night. The first one unmasked, and it was like, "Who are you?"
yeah. I met that guy. I've met that guy before out in the Indies.
Oh,
It's kind
really?
of funny. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Do you know his
Yeah,
name?
I think it's Don Furio.
Okay, because I figured it was an indie wrestler. That's what they always do. Because they
Yeah,
unmasked another one on SmackDown, and I don't know if you saw that or know who that guy is.
I think that was one of the. I might have been the guy that was on SmackDown. I couldn't remember. They had another masked guy.
Yeah. Oh, what color was his hair?
Um, I think it was like he had like dark hair or something.
Okay, so the dark hair was on Friday night. There was a blonde guy last night.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guy you're thinking of was probably Friday. Because
Yep.
this dude I thought was Tyler Bate for a minute,
Huh.
but like they wouldn't do that. So
Yeah, I didn't even see the blonde guy. And then of course I saw that Seth Rollins ended up being the masked guy.
yeah, as they were taking the mask guy to the back, Seth came out from the crowd and went in.
Ah, the old switcheroony.
Yeah, distraction. Well, it was actually quite comical as like they're dragging the guy to the back, and he's kind of like in the air. So like Pierce just like a Scooby Doo villain just rips it off.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you? 'Cause that's what happened. Wait, have you seen Scream 7 yet?
I have not.
Oh, okay. All right. I
Might
won't
have.
say anything.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me, Bobby.
Well, people die, Mike. Unfortunately, that
Yeah,
is a spoiler.
people do die. Yeah, I figured that in a lot of horror movies.
There are some casualties. Not everyone makes it out alive, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm not. I don't even think that's a spoiler at this point.
Yeah,
I think it would. I think it would be more of a spoiler if nobody died.
that would actually kind of go crazy, being like, yeah, nobody actually died.
Yeah, like they all somehow they got stabbed, but they like all missed major arteries and just flesh wounds. I don't know. Yeah,
Good
so
old flesh.
yeah, we had a blonde masked man last night, and that led to Seth coming back. And as a man who does fantasy wrestling, who took Seth Rollins with his first round pick, I am very excited he's back. Very excited.
Yeah, no,
Now,
he's the Vision's
he's
kind of imploding because of all injuries. I feel like so.
I wanted to take Braun Breaker, but he went first overall, and I was like, oh man, glad I didn't do that.
Yeah,
Glad I
yeah,
didn't
that
do that.
no, yeah, that would have been that could have been I don't know how the
Yeah,
fantasy wrestling works, but you're gonna have to put him on the bench or the injured reserve
yeah.
for a little
We
while.
give two IR spots. It's like, yeah. So my buddy already put him on his IR spot. I had Seth on my IR spot since the start. I'm
Okay.
I'm like so close to having a completely healthy team. I'm waiting on Penelope Ford to get back, who just got injured, but she's not going to be
Yeah.
out long. And then I'm waiting for Mr. Adam Copeland to make his glorious return.
Oh, honesty.
Yeah.
Let's see
And then
clear.
I got really lucky the one night. Mr. Tommaso Ciampa debuted, and like nobody in my league knew about it. So I texted my one friend who I knew because like I'm the commish, so like the waivers go through me,
Yeah.
and I can't just be like, oh, I put in for him because people will be like, well, how do I know that? So I texted my one buddy. I'm like, you're my witness. I'm putting in for Tommaso Ciampa right now, and luckily I got him. So I was like, yeah. And my buddy was like, oh, if this was playoff time, I would fight it. But it's January. I'm going to let you have him. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
good. Okay, that's. And I've never done fantasy wrestling, so
It's the funniest thing. I made a joke to my one friend like in 2018 about it. And then I'm just like, you know what? Let me see if I can kind of get this off the ground. And there's a bunch of nerds that I know that will do it with me. And it's like, yeah,
bunch of nerds.
yeah. The only every rule I have is my own rule. Like I made up everything in the league. The only thing I stole from I don't even know who I stole from at this point was the scoring system.
Okay.
But like the IR spots, that's all me. Like yeah, it's cool.
Get you out here making new stuff, Bobby.
Yeah, I've tried to get WWE and AEW's attention if they wanted to purchase it. They aren't playing ball,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Do you blame me for trying?
I guess, well, I mean, you gotta try. There's
You,
always the ask.
yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and it's like yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
We've been going since 2018, I think. Yeah, I've won the championship once in that span.
Oh, I didn't know if you were booking yourself you know, into being the winner,
Well, it's so funny. I'm always there. Like I've never missed the playoffs because I just keep up with it. But it's like I've only been to the finals once. No, I've been to the finals twice. I'm 1-1. But like I always get bounced in the semifinals.
Yeah.
It's like always, and by like the same dude too. He's ended my season like 3 times. He's like the
I feel like
Patrick Mahomes to my Josh Allen. He really is. But I finally beat him last year, so I conquered that beast.
good. I finally slayed the dragon of whatever whatever that is, because yeah, I feel like that sometimes in fantasy too, in football when it's football
Oh,
season. So
oh, dude. Fantasy football is the bane of my existence, but I just keep coming back for more.
yep.
How many leagues were you
Yep.
in?
What'd you say?
How many leagues were you in for fantasy football?
Honestly, I was only in one this year. I didn't really do a whole lot. I just in my
Good for you.
job, the job chat one. So I think I took it the most serious, and I started off very badly, and then I had like a 6 or 7 game win streak, got into the playoffs, and then lost in like the first game. But I went from like second to last place to like third in the span.
Eh?
So I was proud of my team. Drake May and
Ah,
Trevion Henderson and
ah.
um who else was on my team? But like Drake May basically was the star. It was his year. But then when he got to the playoffs, obviously Drake May, it was not his year. The
Wow,
lights
yeah.
the lights were a little too bright there.
Yeah, well, fortunately for you, you didn't have to worry about that because, yeah, no, I think the best I finished in any of my leagues was fourth, and
Okay.
I was even disgusted with myself in that because I lost in the semifinals to a legit team, and I was like, all right, whatever, they beat me, they beat me. Oop. I bet he accidentally locked himself out. Let's see when he comes back because he told me he was having phone trouble earlier. I guess he just didn't want to hear me talk about fantasy football. How tragic. I'm sure he'll be back. Or he won't. There he is.
What happened? Where did I go?
Did you
Just
lock yourself out?
I don't know. I tried to put my phone back on the tripod, but then it just like it disappeared, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gone." So
Yeah,
I
that's,
just
I
I
just
just reloaded it and was like, let me see if it's off. So I guess I'll just hold it for here and look into
I,
the camera.
I just saw my face and I'm like, wow, I guess the guy didn't really want to hear about my fantasy football season.
Yeah, screw your fantasy
Yeah.
football league. I'm bored.
Yeah, I'm out of this conversation. Yeah. So I came in fourth and I lost in the semifinals, whatever, and I went to the third place game. I lost to a dude who didn't check his lineup for about 2 months.
Oh, those
I
guys
know
are the
that.
worst.
I know that because he had Tucker Kraft at his starting tight end position, who tore his ACL in mid-October,
It's that
and I lost.
0 points every week.
Now I wasn't going to win any money out of it. So, like third place
Yeah.
wouldn't get their money back, so I was like, whatever, you know. But it's like the ego to lose to a dude who hadn't checked his lineup in 2 months. Like, what the heck, man?
Hmm.
Yeah, and that was the best I did. My family league, I just did terrible again. I think I came in last or dead last. I don't even know. I came in dead last year in my family league, or 2 years ago now, because you know, I I had first overall pick, and I'm like, Christian McCaffrey's gonna get me to the promised land. Yeah.
And
So,
that's that dream always seems to. I just gave up on drafting Christian McCaffrey
oh, I did too.
because
That was I've had
I've
him
given up on
twice,
the.
and he
Hmm.
wronged me twice. So I'm like, there's just no point. But
I've had him 3 times. His for the first time I had him, it was great. Second
mm,
time, it
mm.
was awful. And then I was like, oh, you know what? We'll try it again. Awful.
Oh, I came in 12th out of 14 people, 6 and 8. So that was, yeah. I don't even know who ended up winning the league. Oh, I think, yeah, I do. Yeah, it's just like, but of course I don't take Christian McCaffrey, and he has an almost MVP season. There we go.
Sorry, I don't know
Technical
what
difficulties.
technical stuff is happening. So
Yeah. And yeah, so of course, now if I were to go take Christian McCaffrey again next year, he's gonna,
he's gonna light it
tear.
up. Yeah,
No, no,
he's
no.
gonna
If
be.
I go to take him, he's not. It's just how
Oh,
it
right,
is.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. He's gonna like tear his tricep eating a sandwich or something
yeah.
stupid.
But if you don't
That's
take him, he's gonna be MVP for sure.
I didn't have. I
Like
refused to take him this year, and he had an MVP caliber season.
I know it's.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
like
that too. I feel that so much too.
yeah. So I do have to show a photo to the whoever is watching, and while I do appreciate the support, um, the guy looks miserable wearing my hoodie. Absolutely miserable. Like even a
I know.
smirk.
I
I just looked
know.
at it and I'm like, that's usually the look people give me when they see me or see my my YouTube logo. But like, come on, man,
Dude,
come on.
that was like 5:30 in the morning
I,
at a gym, and I realized I was like, you know what? Let me take a picture and send it to Bobby. He feel this just make him feel really good, and then just look the most like the most miserable human being on the planet. And I'm like, that I look so horrible, but it's like I was grumpy AF. But I'm like, you know what? Let me at least make Bobby feel good. I got a shirt on. But it was bad.
we're gonna
That
have to
was
get
rough.
you an we're gonna have to get you an updated hoodie because the one with my face on it gets a lot of attention.
I bet it does. Apparently,
Mhm.
gets your comment section rolling right when you start rolling the camera.
Yeah, literally, I was in Rhode Island in November and I wore that hoodie to like the bar, and all the bartenders were like, "Is that your face on your hoodie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They were like, "That's pretty awesome." They were like, "Why'd you do it?" And I'm like, "Well, we're talking about it right now, right?" They're like, "Yeah, exactly." They're like, "Oh, conversation starter." Yeah, exactly.
Start yeah, get out here the podcast game.
Yeah, you gotta promote. Who's better at
Yep.
promoting than yourself?
Ain't that the truth? You got to do it somehow. So
Yeah. Only you know you the best. Or something like that.
Yeah.
In my
Yes.
in my
The message is conveyed. Heck yeah, 100%.
in my head, it sounded better.
Yeah, I
The
do.
delivery
Every
was
time I
not
try to
that.
be deep and quote something, I feel the exact same way. Yeah,
It was just not there.
I feel you, dog. Oh, excuse me.
Uh,
What do you-
my one buddy just messaged me because I do a weekly wrestling show. We just like recap all that. He asked me if I was dressing as Danhausen next week. I'm sick. Whatever day we choose.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think you're scheduled for car troubles that day.
Yeah, yeah. As I do it from my basement.
I think that's your colonoscopy appointment too.
Yeah,
So that's your
yeah. I'm gonna.
first one. That's your first one, Bobby. It's already on the schedule.
Yeah, yeah. My first. We won't get into that. I'll have car trouble. I'm gonna use that one. I'll have car troubles that day.
Yeah, you have to say I'm scheduled for car troubles that day.
Yeah, I'm scheduled. Yeah, I just looked at the calendar. I just looked at the calendar, and I'm scheduled for car troubles that day. Calendar, and I'm scheduled for car troubles that day. Yeah, Danhausen. What are the chances we see him again?
Yeah, you're gonna see him, and then you're gonna regret saying all this because you're gonna
But
be like he's gonna be so nice to you, and you're gonna get the fun interaction, and I
listen,
don't know.
if he wasn't growling at me while he was waiting for his coffee, maybe, just maybe. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah,
even MJF would be like, "Stop talking to me." All right, fair enough, no problem.
yeah, yeah. I guess stuff like that happens. I mean, but it's obviously I'm not an AEW guy, but or big star yet, but I've been. It was actually funny. It was after the show last night. A couple of us went out to eat afterwards in this, the great massive town of New Tazewell, Tennessee. Uh, and have you ever? I don't know if you ever. I don't know if you ever heard of this establishment, Bobby. I don't know if they have them up here or up in New Jersey where you're at, but it's called Don's. It's other way some people explain it. The full like Catholic name would be McDonald's. Uh, so
You got me for a minute. I'm like, Dom's. I don't.
I know I could see it in your face. I was like, damn it,
I
I
was like,
got him
no.
hooked. I
I was like,
love
no, that
that,
doesn't sound.
dude. So yeah, me and my friend back home, we just used to call. We just start saying, you going to Don's?" It's just stuck with me. I always say it now. I'm going to Don's. But anyway, there was some fans, and we went in there to get some food because it was the only place open in
Yeah.
this town. Um, and we saw some of the fans from the show, and they've also seen us like multiple other times before, like at other
That's
shows.
cool.
They're like regulars, but they're the type of regulars that are kind of like, I just want to eat my food. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah, there's a time and place.
yeah, and they were nice and all that, but they were kind of like, I went to the farthest self-ordering kiosk to order my food, and all I hear is, "Michael Gabriel, you're a cheater! You're a cheater!" And I'm like,
Are they 10-year-old children? What is this?
no, they're not.
The way
No,
you sounded, you're like, Michael Gabriel, you're a cheater.
no, dude, they're grown adults, man. But I guess that's the life. You're out there,
Comes with
and
the territory, yeah.
but then immediately was like, well, how far did you have to drive in from? And it just went from like, you're an evil heel to like,
Yeah.
so how's your day going?
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing?
So I obviously, like I said, I'm no superstar, but still, sometimes that happens, and I can, some of these guys, I feel like they're. I mean, MJF pulls it off the best. Can sit
Oh
there.
my
I don't.
God.
He's probably the only guy around that's still because we'll like people want him to be that way, but like
Oh yeah.
God forbid somebody who's actually a heel like a Gunther goes out there and cusses somebody out in Austrian or and works his heel gimmick, that he's going to get torn to shreds on Twitter. Like how Gunther was so mean. He's like, I saw something. Even Obafemi was taking a picture, and like
Oh, I saw this.
some girl like
Stupid.
some girl like went on Twitter and was like, Oba wouldn't let me. I mean, she's obviously Oba's smiling, she's smiling, but she was like upset that he didn't pose with her like pom
Pom
poms.
poms. Yeah, I saw that
And
last night. I was like,
I'm like, what the hell? These like that's so entitled for people to
yeah,
think that. Like, I mean, I get that like we're the wrestlers are here to take, meet the fans, and I know kayfabe is dead, and I'm not going to sit there and always be, I came on this show and did the whole shtick one
yeah,
time, and I thought
it
it
was
was
funny.
good fun. It was good and fun, but now it's like, I'd rather just be real and talk,
Be
and
yourself. Yeah,
that's
I get
kind of
you.
the way that's kind of the way it is like on these type of platforms, like, and I feel like that's a weird way of how the wrestling business is starting to become. It's like you have to obviously have a great presentation like when it's time to be on, but you almost
Yeah, of course.
also have to be like, man, that Michael Gabriel guy, he's actually a really nice guy. He's such a cool dude,
Yeah.
so it's, but like, and
So
so
you.
isn't that, if like, imagine like Bruiser Brody getting on a podcast back in the 70s, that if that was a thing, that'd be, that'd be, that would be horrible. Because he'd be yelling and growling and throwing chairs and
That's
and
good content.
camera. No, it'd be great content. It would go super viral. But man,
Michael Gabriel's a nice guy until he's at Dom's, and he just wants to eat his food.
yeah.
Then he starts
Well,
growling at you.
yeah, no, but I didn't know no growling was happened. We
Yeah,
entertained and
yeah, of
we
course.
talked and for, but no, it was me and old Evan Golden stuck by old Don's, the fine establishment. But yeah,
Have you ever watched King of Queens?
I've watched a couple. I've not watched a whole lot.
Okay.
It's like, randomly when it's on at my
Yeah,
parents'
yeah.
house, like my dad likes to kind of watch those older sitcoms.
Hmm. So what you just did, it reminded me of that because there's a scene where they're talking about what they're gonna get for food. It's Kevin James and Jerry Stiller, and he's like, "I'm gonna order a pizza," and he's like, "Well, where are you ordering from?" And he's like, "Oh, Sam's." And he's like, "Have you lost your mind?" And he's like, "All right, fine. Where do you want to order from?" He's like, "It's a little neighborhood joint, Domino's." And Kevin James looks at him. He goes, "Do you mean Domino's?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's the one."
Domino's.
And then they're going back and forth, and they just start yelling at each other. He goes, "I'm going to make myself a sandwich. Why don't you order from McDonald's?" And then the
Yeah,
scene ends.
that's yeah, that is pretty similar. That's funny. Domino's.
But it is funny because you mentioned getting food and you just didn't want to talk to these people. So there was one, my, oh God, 24th birthday? No, I had to be older. 25th, 24th? I'm not sure. So my one buddy leaves. I'm of course very intoxicated. My one buddy leaves, but then he comes back and he like whispers in my ear. He's like, "Yo, Bo Dallas is here in like the corner over there." Now he was drinking too, so I'm like, "You're full of shit." So so my one buddy goes over to investigate. He's like, "I'll take a look." Comes back, he's like, "Yeah, that's Bo Dallas over there." And I was like, "You're drunk too." He's like, "I'm 20 years old." And I'm like, "Oh, maybe it is Bo Dallas." I was like, "Maybe it is Bo Dallas." But he was eating. So I can't do it. And my friends were like, "You gotta go over there." I'm like, I can't. He's eating. My cousin's wife. I'm not gonna repeat exactly what she said, but let's just say she questioned my manhood a little bit.
Oh
And
God,
that
yep.
and that got the ball rolling. So I went over and it ended up being Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. They were great. They posed for pictures. I was just like, "Boys, I'm sorry. I'm drunk. It's my birthday." And they were like, "Oh, happy birthday, man." but the funniest part is I saw them like 3 weeks later in Dallas at WrestleCon, the same one as Danhausen. And I went up to both of them and I was like, hey, there was this drunk a-hole that came up to you at a Hooters in New Jersey. And you were very cool to him. And he just wants to say thanks for not punching him in the face. They both looked at me and said, oh, you were cool. If we would have had to punch you in the face, we would have. So I was like, all right, I did good. I did good.
Yeah.
I was respectable.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't, I would have left with a black eye or two black eyes. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
at least I was respectable, you know. All right,
Well,
so we have a question for you. Michael
ooh.
Gabriel, are you a Titans fan? If so, are you ready for the new uniform reveal this week?
Um, no, I am not a Titans fan. I
Mm.
am a my if I'm a for a Tennessee team, go Vols, baby. That's
Ah,
the team of basically all of East Tennessee and honestly Middle Tennessee too. But I am a Washington Commanders fan because that is where my family's from. I was born up Northern Virginia originally. But to answer the second part, I have seen I think if it's the correct one, the Titans new, it's got like a T in it, right? Like it's in the crest on the
I,
helmet.
truthfully, I have no idea.
I thought that that's what I'd seen, and
Mm,
it was it doesn't look bad. I kind
mm,
of like joked a little bit. I'm like, oh, they're trying to trick people that they're the Vols because they're putting literally a T on the side of
yeah,
their helmet. So,
mm,
um, yeah, I don't think it was gonna look bad, but
mm.
I'd also have to refresh my memory because I feel like that was like a couple weeks ago, and who knows if it was like one of those like fake, someone just
Yeah,
threw it out there
leaked
for
it. Yeah,
clickbait
somebody made it.
type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Now you're
So
you're DC everything in sports, right?
yeah, pretty much for the most part.
Yeah, because I know your Capitals. I know your Commanders.
Mhm.
Mm.
And every team has always been
Nationals.
dreadful.
Well,
But weirdly,
well,
the Orioles is they that's my baseball team.
oh, so I was saying your Nationals, but okay, that
Yeah,
okay, now
yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah. It's weird because my dad was an Orioles fan because this was before the Nationals came along. So, and my cousin now she works for the Baltimore Orioles. So
Well,
I
that's
actually
fair.
I actually got to see a game last year in Camden Yards, and I hadn't been to Camden Yards since I was like 5 years old. So that was pretty fun to be at.
I've been to Camden Yards like twice. Very nice.
It is very nice. It is a nice
Very,
stadium.
very nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't been in a long time, like probably since I was little. But I remember I was like, this is actually like cool.
it still
Like,
looks very nice. I mean, like
mm,
my cousin gave us the tour. She actually surprised. It was like my uncle, my grandpa came up. I flew in there. They we basically got like she surprised us with a suite. So like we got to sit in like
that's
one of the
sick.
yeah, like and it was against the Yankees. They played the
Okay.
Yankees, and there was a lot of Yankees fans there, and I was very intoxicated. And there was also a bench clearing brawl. So
Nice.
yeah, it was Heston Kjerstad got beamed in the head, and then that was when what's the dude that got their manager Brandon Hyde. Yeah, Brandon
Mm.
Hyde came out there and started cussing at everybody, and then benches cleared, and that was fun to see live.
I, I think I've seen benches clearing once. Now nothing happened, of course. Usually
Yeah.
it doesn't. But it was just like, oh, this is cool. Like here comes the bullpens are exiting,
Oh, I
and
love
they're
it.
like,
The pitcher's just running at full speed to come out and get. Yeah,
see
that's the best part.
when I went, the bullpen was not in any rush to get out there. They like left the bullpen. They're jogging from the the
Yeah, well, it
outfield.
depends on the like serious and tone
Yeah.
of the brawl. Like if it's just like but if it's like especially if it's like a competitive series, yeah, those guys are sprinting out there to
Oh yeah, of
and
course.
and then if they see punches thrown,
Oh
that's a win. Yeah, that's they're running out there.
yeah, yeah. Mine was like a very loose, so they're just like, all right, we'll take our time. Commanders are getting new uniforms and two and a helmet. Yeah, y'all fell off last year. I had high
Oh,
hopes
that
for
was
y'all.
oh my God, that was so I was it's just be it's I was yeah, I see I can't even talk.
Hmm.
It just makes me so mad. Um it's like being in an abusive relationship, being a Washington Commanders fan. You think things are gonna change and then they go right back to the way they were.
How do you think I feel as a Packers fan? They just find new, creative ways to just shatter your heart.
Well, at least you guys get to the playoffs semi regularly. See, that's where
Yeah, but like,
I was even telling somebody in the barber shop, my barber, because he's a Baltimore Ravens fan. And
yeah.
I was just like, I would have loved to have like Washington be a Baltimore like Ravens type deal where they're always competitive. They're
Mhm.
always in the like playoff scene. They could win. They always have decent teams. I'd rather have that than like being like 3-12 and here we're back picking in the in the top 10 and so and
I,
so's
I
injured and so and
I
oh
picked
you know it's just the hope and nope and it's just the constant cycle.
I picked you guys to go to the Super Bowl for my
Yeah,
official predictions
I
video.
thought I was like, well, I mean, I didn't know about the Super Bowl. And I'm like, at least
Well,
to the playoffs, to the
yeah, the
divisional
playoffs.
round.
Yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
like a wild card.
I'm like, hey, we have arrived now. We are going to be competitive. Like we are the competitive team now that I've always wanted to see. So yeah, here we are. But I think the comment was saying about the uniforms. They went back to the old skins color.
Mhm.
The and it's the Redskins, like everything but the logo on the side. But that color scheme has always been fire. Um, but in the matte helmets. I actually was in the Westtown Mall and they had one of the like official like
Mhm.
NFL helmets you could buy, the Commanders one, and
Okay.
it was matte. It looks really fire. So
All right, Michael Gabriel, our time has come.
it
Thank
has,
you for
yeah.
joining me, buddy. Do you have anything you want to plug? I tried to say plug or promote, but I combined the two
Oh
words.
yeah, you combined it. Yeah, hey, you're being efficient.
Promote. Yeah, plug, promote, endorse,
Well,
anything. What's
you had
what's coming
mentioned
up in
about
life?
new you said new Bobby's breakdowns merchandise that I need. But you can look me up, look my name up, Michael Gabriel on Pro Wrestling Tees. That's pretty much where all my stuff is at. I do have this one. It's in my Instagram bio as well. It's on angrylemonade.com. That's another site. Yeah, that's he's a guy who makes a lot of shirts for us. He's a cool dude.
Okay. Hey,
Um,
I just wasn't expecting that website
I
name.
know, yeah, it does kind of come out. It
I'm like,
does come out of nowhere, but yeah. So look, buy a shirt, and I'll be putting some more stuff out soon, and keep up with on social media. I always seem to pop up in random spots. So
there you go. You got to get to this random state called New Jersey eventually. So
I do. I need to get up there. I mean, I was up in Baltimore way back, but that was I was still semi close, but Jersey,
yeah,
yeah, I put me, yeah. Tag me in some stuff, Bobby, like on some
yeah,
promotions when they do that whole like, who do you want to see? So,
yeah, yeah. I haven't seen that yet, so I don't know. But if I
or
do see
just,
it, I'm tagging two people, and you know who the other one is.
yep,
Yep.
yes, sir.
Uh, yeah, because I just had him on the channel last month, I think, or maybe it was end of January. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Yeah, I remember seeing, I think he told me about that too. So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I think it was January. I can't remember though.
yeah.
It's been a while. But Michael, thank you, buddy. As always, this is going to cut off, so it's going to kick both of us. So just know I didn't leave you.
Okay. No, I
Because
know you got to
same
get to
thing.
softball practice
Well, no,
anyway.
no,
So,
no. Oh, not even that. Because usually we like to hang around and chat after, but it kicks both of us out. So just know it wasn't me.
okay.
Because
Well,
Shoop was like, "Hey man, where'd you go?" I was like, "It's like a month late."
okay. Well,
Yeah,
good.
it's funny.
We'll say our goodbyes right here then.
Yeah, so when you see us say goodbye, we're saying goodbye.
Yeah,
We're
we're out.
we're not talking junk behind the scenes.
No,
All
but thank
right,
you,
of
Bobby, for having me on
course,
and chatting away. So,
of
uh,
course. Anytime you'll be back on in the near future, I'm sure. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, guys. We are about to hit 28,000. If we haven't yet, 28,700 subscribers. I turned 30 in 11 days. Get us to 29 by March 12th. Let's go. And on that note, I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, joined by the always awesome, always fun Michael Gabriel, and we will see you guys next time. Later.
See ya.
Bobby's Breakdowns.